Differentiating Your Classroom for Culturally Diverse Learners by Vicki Morgan. Why do we need to diversify? According to Carol Tomlinson, what we share in common makes us human. How we differ makes us individuals. Today's classrooms require teachers to educate students varying in culture, language, abilities, and many other characteristics. If instruction reflects the cultural and linguistic practices and values of only one group of students, then the other students are denied an equal opportunity to learn. Teachers have a unique opportunity to bridge the gap for culturally diverse learners because they see them on a daily basis. They can make a difference in their students' lives and achievement. Indeed, teachers must recognize their power and use it wisely in teaching other people's children. Culturally responsive pedagogy includes three dimensions: institutional, personal, and instructional. Since teachers have more involvement in the personal and instructional dimensions, this presentation focuses on those. The personal dimension refers to the cognitive and emotional processes teachers must engage in to become culturally responsive. Teachers must be willing to reflect upon their own belief systems, values, and views towards cultural diversification. They must be willing to learn about and get to know their students' families and history. They must be willing to work hard to understand what other successful culturally responsive teachers do differently. They also get involved and become a change agent to promote a culturally equitable environment for all students. The instructional dimension involves changing the tools used to teach, such as books, activities, and teaching methods. As teachers, we must acknowledge and respect the similarities and differences of our students. They come from unique and interesting backgrounds, and we should use those differences as an opportunity to educate our students about diversity in the world in which we live. As always, we should encourage our students to think critically so that they can be self-learners and think outside the box, becoming less likely to accept stereotypes. Teachers must create a culture where all students are supported and welcomed, regardless of their cultural or linguistic background. All students should have access to learning. This may all seem a little overwhelming to teachers. The takeaway is that culturally responsive teachers have certain characteristics in common. They know that they can and should make a difference in their students' lives. They are aware that the world is not equitable for their students, and they want to level the playing field whenever possible. Their perception of cultural diversity is positive, and they approach instruction with those differences in mind. Most importantly, culturally responsible teachers develop a genuine relationship with their students and spend the time to get to know about their lives. As best said by Carol Tomlinson, in a differentiated classroom, commonalities are acknowledged and built upon, and student differences become important elements in teaching and learning as well. As we each attempt to increase our responsiveness to cultural differences, remember the best place to start is with the respect of our students' differences and the willingness to engage them individually, exactly as they are.